When you come to that Build Your Table community, look at the restrooms. They're just like top level.
I'm Jared Thompson. I'm the owner of J&P Services. We do residential flips, remodels, additions, ground ups. Experience today. Thank you, Red Suit. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, everybody, really, today. It was great to meet everybody.
Thinking of me. And he didn't do anything. He didn't talk to the seller. He didn't negotiate anything. All he did was get one email and forward it on to another guy. And he made 25 grand in the span of a week. So this guy sent me a deal today. I haven't looked at it. You probably saw me shaking my knee because he says urgent deal, buyer fell through. I taught myself mostly everything. And if I would have been able to see somebody experienced go through this, I think it would have been super valuable. So I'm gonna spend, and I always tell people, it takes me like 15 minutes to tell you if it's a deal or not, because I know the market really well. So it's not gonna take the whole 45 to go through this, and we can talk about some more things. So I might add 2,000 for that, but other than that, I think so probably 87 is probably more accurate. Okay, now the calculator here.
$1 million or more annually gross revenue by teaching you how to land off-market, deeply discounted deals. That's my first intention, okay? By the way, who's excited about that?
Let's go.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Great, all right. Here's my second intention. Before I get to that intention, I just want to go around the room. How many of you right now feel like you do have some business blockages or business challenges right now that is not allowing you to maximize on your potential as a real estate entrepreneur? Objective, right, with what we're doing, okay? Right now, some of us are in survival. We're trying to get in, we're trying to break through, okay? Trying to get some momentum, catch some traction. Some of us have already made it and we're making money, right? And now we're buying a few things and, we're feeling really good about ourselves and, but a lot of people stay stuck here. This is, in my opinion, this is a season of ego, believe it or not, right? So you get stuck on that status and then you're like, you hit a ceiling there, right? If you do not make it about legacy for yourself, for your family, and for others. So here's where you want to end up at some point. You want to get through this season as quickly. This is about 3 to 5 years. This could be 1 to 2 years, but the goal is for you to get through that as quickly as possible so that you can get here and live the rest of your life right here. Contract cancellation ratio. So I want you to track everything. Everything. By the way, if you're tracking, okay, what kind of advantage do you have? If you're tracking all your numbers.
This lot, he had it. He's like, no, I'm not going to sell it to you because I know all you're doing is going to flip it. All I saw was a for sale by owner sign that was like all over the place. It didn't even look like that. It was in the dirt. Nobody even saw it. So I said, hey man, I'll buy it from you. And he's like, no, I'm not going to sell it to you. And finally I said, look, I hit him up again at a school play. And I said, hey, I'll buy it from you. So I ended up buying it. I think I bought it for like 160 grand. And then what I ended up doing was flipping it to another investor, to a builder. An agent brought me the deal. I paid him 5 grand and sold it for 225. So in a couple months flipping dirt, I made like close to 50 grand just by flipping lots, by seeing opportunities and connecting with builders. When you come to that Build Your Table community, look at the restrooms. They're just like top level. I told you it was gonna be a high class deal.
Before the 4-way, are you getting permits?
We're in it right now, yeah. Recommend we should out tomorrow.
You're working on all your mechanical, your electrical. You can see he's putting a bunch of electrical down here and stuff. Mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and framing if you're doing any framing.
So right before 4-way, right? So it kind of, and you could call this the design is like, you have the tear out and then you kind of have the design phase. Like that's where David, we came through here. Hey, do we move a room? Do we keep it simple? One thing you gotta keep in mind is the neighborhood. Like there's some comps in the... All right, here we are. We're at the Pie Pizzeria at at the Flipping Boot Camp with my man Carlos Reyes. Welcome to Utah.
Thanks for having me, brother. It's been amazing, huh?
We've already seen a few properties. We had 4 hours of hardcore training how to find off-market
Discounted, deeply discounted deals.
So we're at the party bus. We're just getting started. This is 12 hours, like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We ain't stopping.
It's the best in the country, in my opinion. He doesn't mess around. He's not giving you regurgitated information. What we're bringing to the BYT community during these tours is we're bringing you 10, 20 years of future experience, condensing that as much as possible into one day.
And not only that, we're not just telling you how to do deals, we're going through deals we've done.
That's right.
We've already gone through like, what, 12 deals that we've done or members of the community are doing.
We're showing you how to do it.
Yeah, don't tell them, show them. Carlos showed up for me. He's the guy, Arizona. We're coming back.
We got to do one in
September.
Arizona. That's right.
September, we're coming back.
That's right.
We're gonna go big. Let's go, baby. Boom. Build your table.
What is the gross revenue, the annual gross revenue potential of that business? What does that mean? That if I have a choice in acquiring or launching an auto repair business versus a real estate business, right? I'm gonna look at what my earning potential is from either business. Like, let's just say the auto repair is like, man, no matter how good I get, no matter how big I get, I'm never gonna make more than $500,000 in gross revenue with the auto repair company, right? Versus on the other side, like a real estate company, it's like, man, I can make 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million. So clearly, I'm going to say, I'm gonna check off this other box, right? Got it. Here's the second part of that criteria. And this is just from experience, by the way. It's not something that I read in a book or anything like that. I'm sure it's out there on a book, but it's just something that I learned along the way, right? Number 2, the question that I'm gonna ask myself is this business scalable? Can I automate and delegate and replace myself in this business?
Instagram, actually.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of investors were really upset that I got this deal because they've been trying, like, marketing and doing all this stuff. Anyway, they wanted 500, but what you got to understand is there's a house here and then there's a vacant lot right there, and they owned everything. So I got both.
Nice.
So what I ended up getting it for, I bought the lot. The lot's probably worth like 180, and we got the lot for 100, and the house we paid 270 for, and it probably is worth 650 here in Ogden, and it's big. It's a big house. We're gonna put a garage right here with a walkout deck onto it. It used to have a deck and a carport. We're just gonna replace it with a garage. And then we're gonna sell the lot so we can make 80 grand profit on the lot, and then we'd probably make another 80 grand profit on this. And that's why this deal made sense. Without the lot, I would have had to pay a lot less for the house.
No, that's great. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
Would you have bought it without the lot, this house? I mean, it would have been a different price.
For $80,000 less.
Yeah.
Is it already 2 lots, or you have to subdivide it?
I do have to subdivide it, but it originally was 2 lots, and then the lady that owned it put it together. So when I called the city, they're like, "We'll approve this for sure." So all I have to do is get a survey for it.
Okay.
We're at the Flipping Boot Camp with Jennifer. She's flipping her second home.
That's right.
We're going to take a look at it and tell us about the deal.
Yeah, so this is just a cute little bungalow in Ogden, and it was built in 1919, about 1,790 square feet. Currently has 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, but we're going to add a couple more rooms that could be used as bedrooms in the basement. So right now they're painting the exterior to a light bright white color. So it's really going to change the whole look of the house.
So we're on her second flip right here
That's
at the boot
right.
camp.
I'm the heart behind Lollipop Homes, and I decided to join the Build Your Table community with Red Suit Realtor because of the community and how to better help my clients. And today I got a lot of value. We went and checked out some homes and learned so much about what to look in homes and the areas and what's important, what's going to add value to my clients and what they're going to invest in.
Hey guys, this is Ivan Oberon, your Kingdom lender, and I'm here at the Build Your Table event. And one thing that I've noticed, especially in the last 6 months, when you're intentional about building your network and getting out there and getting face-to-face with people just stop doing that for so long. But when you get out there face-to-face with people and build a community, that's when your business really grows. And from the first event that I went to before I even joined, I started picking up more business. And so it's just a proven strategy that when you get into community with people that are doing deals together, collaborating and watching each other's backs, you're only going to succeed better. So if you're not part of this community, come check it out and check out the great people that are here, ready to watch your back and help your great business grow.
If I need something, I can buy it in bulk and I can use that same stuff for 3-4 different properties. So I don't have, because we've got properties we're buying in Kansas City, we're gonna have long-term rentals, and I got someone that can manage it out there. But if I'm gonna do one, might as well do 50 of those. This was the property that I bought that had the meth house. We paid $350 for it. See how it has the separate entrances? Mm-hmm. You got the one at the bottom, the one at the side, there's one on that other side. It's on around an acre, bought it for $350, renovated it. See how you have that white stone on the bottom? We actually matched that with the fireplace that I was telling you guys that story about earlier. And I was renting that mid-level, it was around $5,000 during COVID. Rented the basement just under $3,000.
Foremost, one of the best conversations we had was actually Jamie, Carlos, and us in the van when we went to get gas at the last house. So it was nothing to do with work. It was just life, and it was about family and drug addiction and alcohol addiction. That was actually a really cool conversation. But at the end of the day, the passion that I see in this room for what you guys do, from painting to real estate to property management, all of that. Like it's nice to see that there's other people in this world that have a passion for what they do. Because I feel like you can go through and people are just kind of going through the motions, almost robotic, right? So that was a big thing. Carlos really helped me and my wife understand kind of the direction, being that we are a GC company. So how we integrate that into a fix and flip company.
No, so I was actually just like talking to a friend on the way up here about this. So in February, I was sitting at a table with people and I announced that I was going live with my own property management company. And one of my friends looked at me and she was like, stop doing this because you're the villain. You're making yourself the villain. And before this, I had disappeared for like 6 weeks. Like I went cold, ghost, and I was like, I need to figure things out. And I came out and I was like, you guys, I'm doing this, I'm building my own. And then I realized, I'm like, I keep having the wrong people at my table. I keep having the wrong people in my room. For someone that's like, my best friend to be like, stop, you keep making yourself the villain in people's stories. And I'm like, and then it just like, it clicked to me. I'm like, whether we stay by ourselves or whether we come in the room with people and like build a community, everyone's gonna think we're a villain. We're gonna be a villain in somebody's story. But like, this kind of to me, I'm like, I like these communities because I'm like, in a way, like, we can be villains together. It's like, because people are going to be mad that we're doing it. And like, when you do it with people and people who are going to support you, it changes the game.
Thank you so much. We are in phase 2 of the flipping. We did the flipping boot camp earlier. And now we have the Mastermind Build Your Table community. This is the official launch tonight, right here, right now. So that's pretty exciting. So give it up for yourself.